enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear all I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
There we go. Sorry, this is Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis. Thank you so much for letting me know my mic was off. I was just explaining, while my mic was off, that my pre-roll was going and I was rebooting my laptop. Unfortunately, something about it froze while I was trying to get it going. So I am apologizing because the whole laptop was weird because the browser was working, but the whole bottom bar, like I couldn't click on it and the time wasn't changing. So it was a little bit weird. So now I need to change my screensaver real quick. Give me 1 second. We are going to be painting Flower Witch today. She's awesome. Hold on, I'm going to give you an overhead view. Look at, I finally glued her on. Let me know if you can hear and see me. Hopefully that's working. mic is on? Let me know in the comments. Because I think I'm on. So, this is flowers. Oh, my brightness is all off too. It looks a little bright. All good, okay. Does it look a little bright? I think we're gonna change that too. Give me 1 second. Let's do contrast. A little bit down. Brightness, a little bit down. Ooh, tight, too much. There we go. Better, I like it. Here we go. All right, screensaver. Gotta make sure it is off. I always put like my screensaver at 5,000 minutes whenever I'm ready to stream. All right, so I glued her on. She is all set. I don't know why, but the whole tree is leaning. Do you see how she's leaning back? And that's not necessarily bad. The music is loud. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Let me try to see if I can turn this down. Tell me, did that help any? And if not, I'm not sure what to do. Is that too quiet? Hey, chat. So until I get my browser back up, I won't be able to read chat either unless I'm looking at it. Okay, that helped. Okay, so if that's too quiet, let me know as well. I'll just turn it up a tiny bit more. So the problem with this is, the new setup is Mike's new monitor doesn't have any speakers, and so I can't hear whether it's playing. Well, I can kind of hear through his headphones across the room whether the music is going, but I can't hear how loud it is or anything. So you were finally able to resub. Yay, thank you so much. Super Sarah, let's put you down for a sub. Let's see if let me see if my alerts put it down. Wait, I see Teller Badger resub. Nope, that was from before. Well, we're gonna write your name down here. Subscribers. Yay, you guys are awesome. One of the new things that we've done, and I still need to set it up, is we got a new computer with some of that subscription money, so that my laptop is slow AF, and it is also, like I said, having problems freezing and blue screening of death. So it's my new computer. I need to download some things for it, and then it will be good to go. And I just have to swap out my laptop. Thank you, Sarah. Oh wait, hang on 1 second. Let me open up my browser so I can read your chats. Oops, there we go. And so I want to show you something else. We molded last Wednesday Cat Leanne's badge, and it came out really cool. Oh, it's so bright. Why is it so bright? There we go. Because the light was hitting it just the wrong way. So this is going to be the base for the badge that I'm doing for the Detective Night pinup for Kingdom Death. And it's going to be really cool because I think that will make a really neat and very personalized base. Unfortunately, it was too fine a detail to be able to get the writing, but I'll have to paint that on, so that won't be a big deal. Yay. I'm having so many problems with my thing lately. Okay, now chat. I'm in chat. Yay, Amberden, hello. Okay. And yay, Grelix is in on the subbing action. Thank you, 4 months in a row. Oops, now I need to, you guys hear that? There, mute. All right, but it's working now. Woohoo! Grelix, you're a tier 3, so if you want to get in on the one-on-one coaching, you are eligible for a half-hour video coaching. So just let me know. All right, so look at this. So the bird goes up here, and she's leaning back, which actually kind of makes sense because she's got this ear veil thing that's like gonna be leaning back too. And I think if she were up forward, it would be up against her back. So this way it's kind of away. Does that make sense? Here, let me show you a better angle. Here we go. See how that goes? I could try a second mold using release agent. No, because it's just really fine detail and it's a commission and time is money. And so if I spend 1,000,000 hours on it, guess what? I get paid less. So this is a really good cast and it'll work just fine. Oh, Lone Wolf also subbed. Awesome. Let's see, Lone Wolf let me see what his, I know he's got some numbers at the end of his name. Yay, and Talagar just tipped. What a mensch. Thank you so much, Talagar. I've been noticing, I don't know if Talagar has a, like a, what you call it, like a bot or something, because it seems like he's always tipping even when he's not on. And I think that's so awesome. I mean, here we go, Lone Wolf 2K1. There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you for telling me that he tipped, or that he subbed. Appreciate that. Yay, hype. Yeah, Amberden, I am a perfectionist as well, but the thing is that, you know, I'm also a business person, you know? So if it looks good, by the time I paint it, and I can paint lettering on really well, so it might look better painted than it would cast, honestly. So, and let's see. So yes, we are in the process of getting this. All right. And I'm wondering if this needs to go forward. No, so the bird is on the edge, so it is tipping it. And I'm gonna go ahead, look, I don't know why there's a hole in the nest. It makes no sense. And there were no eggs or anything, so, oh wait, that goes down, that's why. Okay. Right, let's talk about some other things. We got the Red Grass Games wet palette, and we did a nice demo of it on Monday. So if you want to go back and look at that VOD, you can. Like I said, I've glued her. We need to touch up little bits. I got super glue here and here and a little bit of Bondic to fill in that hole. And there's a little bit right there in between that needs some Bondic as well. Agent Deadpan with the tier 3, 4 months in a row. And again, Agent Deadpan is also eligible. There we go. For the, there we go, Deadpan. For the video coaching. So like I said, if you subbed me at the tier 3 level and you're interested in that, you can just message me and set up a time. That's the only caveat that I have, is that, you know, I need you guys who are interested in that to kind of message me and get that ball rolling, because otherwise I will just assume that you're busy and don't have interest in doing that video coaching. You just want to sub at the tier 3 level to get the emotes or to just be cool and supportive of the stream. So there we go. We got Bondic filling in that gap. There's a little gap on this side too I want to get. There we go. Just filling all these little spots in because we're going to paint them. I'm going to put that away. Bondic is life. Oh, nice. So for those of you guys who are based in Europe, Scale 75 is having a 15% off sale off of everything. Likelihood is that Scale 75 US is as well. I would contact them because he tries to match their stuff. And also, even if he doesn't, you still have the 15% off Shoshie's Minis coupon, which is Shoshie Rocks in all caps. So if you're interested in doing that. Kat, did you see? You saw this, didn't you? A lovely badge. And we're gonna paint, like I said, the lettering on. I can read the lettering, and you can also send me a photo of your badge so I can look at it in more greater detail. Okay. This is smoky ink. I'm going to use this to paint over some of the spots. that need to be, there we go, a little deadened, not deadened, dull. Got a little shadow in it too, so that's perfect. I probably should use some Agrex Earthshade or something. This is working now. Smoky ink is such a great color. There's a little, I don't know if that's a gap or not, but there's definitely some super glue there. Hey, Lou! So, and now I see the subs that people were giving me. Yes, I'm glad you like it, Kat. Thanks for mentioning Bondic at the Marcon class. It helped ton for your SDE minis. That is great. Super Dungeon Explorer, yes. Bondic works for that. So here's a funny trick with the Super Dungeon Explorer. They're made of stuff, they're made of a plastic that if you just shave it down a little bit with an X-Acto, and then I'm gonna put just a smidge of Bondic under her toes because I feel like there's a little too big of a gap between her toes and the tree. So you can take a little bit of acetone, just a tiny bit, on a Q-tip and burnish down those scratch marks and then quickly wipe it off because it will kind of sort of melt the plastic on the SDE minis. But I do like to do that sometimes, is use those. I'm looking for a bigger brush. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So I finally figured out how to make this look the way I wanted to too. I don't know if you guys can see this bit here, but that is mostly not iridescent paint. Can you get a little close up on that? It's stippled white and ivory. I stippled it with this brush. See how this brush is sort of, doesn't have a tip anymore? And so I can just kind of go like this and it'll make little dots for me. And it worked great to make that. And then I also, where's the smoke? Somewhere on my desk. I hope it didn't fall on the floor. Oh, here it is. I finally got the smoke to work. I needed lots of contrast, so I had to add a lot of dark. And then I stippled the white and the ivory on, and it came out exactly how I wanted it to. So I'm finally happy with how that looks. Plus I changed the color of the cistern. I want to call it a cistern, but I don't know. It's an incense thingy. Yeah. Studio 30 says, that's a great tip. I'm planning on Arcadia Quest minis at the moment, so that'll really help me. And then Crow, Lone Wolf said, Bondic just saved the day for my wife. I hear the crashing from the bathroom, and she comes over and says, I cracked a bottle of my super expensive foundation makeup, and I picked up the Bondic, and a later minute, the tax fee was averted. That is excellent. Anytime you can earn wife points too, it's like extra cool. So here's a little blue, and you can see, wait, I needed more water on my brush. And a little bit more water. Thank you, and Lamunis. Yeah, incense burner. So see, I'm putting little dots. And it just kind of gives it, and I got this idea from, who was it? It was Les Bursley was in my channel on Friday, and I was complaining about how he's having trouble, and I asked him if he had some advice for smoke, and he sent me a picture of Ben Komitz's storm night, and it was like, ding, oh yeah, Ben uses microtexturing, and that was what I did. Here's some Menoth white base. It's got a little ivory color to it. And I believe the sensor, yes, the sensor, it hangs. Catholic kid cough, la la. That's awesome. Sensor, what did I say? I said Yeah, I think I said sensor, didn't I? I don't remember now. It's funny. Little bits of dots and sparkly bits basically is what I'm going for with these dots. And a little white. I've got the schminke white. The white against the ivory and the blue is what really kind of sells that sparkling effect. And I want to say I did use a smidge of that Alchemist Alchemy, Amethyst Alchemy, and that did help as well. Now, most of this is going to be on the inside, so I don't really need a ton of sparkles on that side because honestly, it's going to be shadowed for the most part. But on the outside, we're going to have a lot more. Yes. So what's everybody been doing? We went to go see Solo last night. And we won't talk spoilers, but I will tell you, you guys know how huge of a Han Solo fan I am. So the first thing is that I did not have very high expectations because some of the new Star Wars movies have been a little bit hit and miss for me. It's like I did not enjoy Rogue One at all. I did not. And I mean, I just really didn't care about the characters. I didn't feel like the writing made me care about the characters, and you know, just didn't do it. So I wasn't looking forward to Solo. I was just kind of like, okay, we'll go see it, what happens, and you know, hopefully it'll be not bad. And it wasn't bad. It was decent. I wouldn't say I felt like the guy portraying him was exactly like Solo. Sarah says, I used to carry it and strategically get the smoke to hit the choir ladies so they'd cough. Man. Did you have to confess about that too, Sarah? That's hilarious. Strategic choir ladies coughing, that's funny. Oh, Elu loves Solo. Good. Hey, Zenared, how's it going? We're talking about the Solo movie that Mike and I saw last night. And like I said, I was pretty happy with it. I would watch it again. Maybe I wouldn't pay for it. Actually, I would pay for it. I just really love Han Solo. It's not. So this is how I would describe what I saw. I would call it like, imagine if you watched a comic book live action version of the comic book fiction of Han Solo. Because like even in the comic books, it never really feels like Han Solo. And that's kind of how this felt. It felt like, I don't know, a real reminder of Han Solo. There was parts in it that I really liked. So I would still go see it if you haven't seen it. Like I said, I did enjoy it enough. Oh, there's some sparklies. That's nice. Just a few here and a few here. Still is reading as purple, which is good because I think some of this got over here. I need to add some more purples. Oh, yesterday, here's a really cool thing I just found out. I went outside right before, well, it was right before I had to go, where did I go? I didn't even remember where I went. Anyway, I had to go on some errands, and right before I went out, my cat was kind of going crazy, and so I was like, all right, I could tell he was kind of, you know, cabin fevery. He was going stir crazy and bored. So I got a cat stroller, and it's also for me so that I walk more. And we went on a walk, and I saw that there was a guy down by the pond, and he was fishing. And I love fishing, guys. I love it. I am a huge fisher person. My grandfather used to take me. I like this. This is looking good. I don't feel like it's looking dotty enough because, here we go. Just little bitty Ben Comet's dots like he does. Try to get this, there we go. So anyway, this guy, while I was standing there, caught a fish. It was a largemouth bass, and he was telling me, he's like, I told him, I said, I love fishing, and you know, my grandfather used to take me when I was younger, and he said that I don't need a license because the homeowners association owns the ponds. So now I'm super excited because I don't even have to wait. I can just go out there and start fishing. So that's something I plan to do this summer when I have some free time. Looking really forward to that. Something other than painting, to have a hobby, sounds like a lot of fun to me. Okay, we got, I think, a good amount of little sprinkles, not sprinkles, speckles. I don't feel like they're round enough. I wonder if I have something. Let's try doing this. Let's try dipping this in paint. Let's see if a little, yeah, that's working. Let's try a little white. So this is just like a little stick that I have for putting super glue on and spreading whatever. I got it, it's like a whole bunch of these at a Japanese grocery store, little skewers. Sarah says, nothing to confess. I can't control the way they had their air system set up, so I was doing my altar server job. That's awesome. And then Andy, Amber says, I'm glad you like Solo. Maybe I'll make the effort to go see it. The trailer discouraged you. Okay, so knowing you, Amberden, I just don't know if you, because you don't like watch a ton of TV and stuff. And like I said, I liked it because I'm such a huge Han Solo fan. I can't say others would enjoy it as much, you know, so I won't say that everyone is going to like this movie. If you're a huge Han Solo fan like me, you might still enjoy it just because it's Han Solo. I didn't feel like the two romantic characters had any chemistry. I didn't believe it or buy it, and that was a disappointment, a big one, because I felt like that was also really integral to the character. So yeah, that was a bummer. All right, that's good. I'm really happy with that. Let's do a little bit of dots on the back of the smoke, because just a tiny bit of dotting will be good. Too much. I need to get the other color, this color. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can see how this is going. The stippling is a pointillism technique, actually. And it's really a nice way to get out of blending, because there is something about the blendedness of this smoke that makes it, when I tried blending it, it just didn't look good. It didn't look right. Get more dots toward the center and fewer on the outside. See how that feels? It just feels smokier somehow. I think it looks maybe more diffuse, and that's why it's working. It's focused on my knuckle. Okay, there we go. I had to bring it up. I didn't think I was going to be working on it all that long, or I would have pulled it up a lot sooner. Okay. Do a little bit more up here. Ooh, too much. So you can add it with your finger to kind of blur it a little bit. There we go. A little bit of blue. I think the trick is multiple colors. Here's a little tiny bit of white. That looks good. See if it'll start focusing on that. I hated it when they killed. Oh my gosh, I know. Amber and I cried so hard. Nobody has any idea how much I love that character, and I just bawled my head off. I was not prepared, and I bawled my head off the rest of the entire movie. I've never been so attached to a character. But you know, I grew up with Han Solo. That was like, I can't. It's just hard to talk about, especially since I lost my own dad right after that. And then I had a really hard time watching just about any movie because it seemed like apparently killing off your fathers is a trope in movies that I never noticed until my own dad passed, which, geez, what a rough way to learn. So now I just get everybody to spoil movies for me because I just can't deal with people's dads dying in movies. The only way, well, you heard that somewhere that killing Hanoff was the only way forward. I wouldn't be surprised. He just hated that role so much. And he just probably was only interested in doing that small bit, and that was it. And I'm gonna put a little gray in there and a little bit of purple to shadow that foot. See how I went over that super glue and now it's not shiny anymore, which is exactly what I want. A little bit of purple here because we had some purple down there. This wet palette, I haven't used it for a few days now and it's still doing well. There's some stuff on it that needs to be re-added, but for the most part it's good. Uh-oh, I see something, guys. There's a little piece of plastic or something that, oh yeah, there we go. Out in the back of her heel. Speaking of Indiana Jones, we got stuck on a ride this weekend for a knit, for a bit, and then it started working again. Oh my goodness. I don't know, I can't stand getting stuck on rides. I'm glad it wasn't that long. Uh-oh, hang on. Do we have the right music going? Yeah, we do. I can hear it just a little bit. So, do you see how the paint is beading up weird? I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm gonna try to add a little purple to see if that might help it a little bit. Yeah, that seems to tone it down. I think it's the water content in the paint itself, actually. There we go. Toes, toes, toes. I love toes. Looks good. All right, we're fixing all the little weird spots on her that I'm finding. Oh my gosh, there's a little bit on her arm that still has a purple streak. It looks like it. didn't go away. Huh, can you guys see that? It looks like a line. Not really, it might be where her arm is attached to her body, but I'm not for sure. Okay. You can see this. Get that top of her hand. It was much better the second time with everything was working. Yeah, I bet. I started the palette on Wednesday, right? And it's so now, okay, yeah. Wednesday, and now it's Monday. Did I start it on Wednesday? I don't think I did. I think I started on Friday. No, you're right, it was Wednesday because Mike was here. Today is Friday. I'm all mixed up. It doesn't feel like Friday. It feels like Monday. That's weird. That's good though. I'm really looking forward to the weekend now. There we go. Got her fingers all fixed up. Nice. All right, so she is almost entirely done. Let's work on the little bit of tree and this nest that I've got. I think I'm looking at the nest color. I'm gonna start with the Umbral Umber to do as a base because it's got a lot of darks in it, a very dark color. And mix a little bit of this navy blue with it to get an even darker color. It's almost black. Look at that. That's Umbral Umber and navy blue from scale 75 to make a really deep dark color. And I am going to start painting the bottom of the nest to start. All the spots it's already prime black, just keep it dark. Lost in time, I know. Oh, good thing that was just the... Sometimes you have that when you get in a really deep creative mode. I don't know, lately I have been, I don't know, it's a weird thing, but I haven't been painting that much. I've not been in my zone. I've been trying to keep up on my commissions and, you know, get through, but I haven't felt like I've really been present. Does that make sense? During my commissions? All right, now a little bit of this, oh, that's totally the wrong color. Hold on. A little bit of this beaten purple. And I'm just going to overbrush it over bits of the nest to give it some zing on top, basically wet blending. There we go. Leaving all of the shadows beneath. Now, just look at, see how this has lighter primer? So that will pick up the purple better, right? And I'm using the reddish purple of the beaten purple because once we put this bird on there, we're gonna need to transition quickly up into warm colors for the OSL. And it's already a very warm purple. Sometimes you need a painting break. It is what it is. No matter how much you enjoy, sometimes you need just a non-painting break. I agree. I don't know. I think I'm in that time period right now. There's so much going on every day that I want to do. I've been really getting into gardening and bird watching, and you know, that's been a big priority for me right now without, you know, without the painting. All right, so that's our birdie nest right there. And we'll do just a little bit of this purple up here. Ah, I didn't want to color her hand. But we will paint this part as well, purple. I gotta take glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you guys can see as well. Yep, this is a good angle for the camera too. There. And again, we're gonna have some OSL lighting up her hand and this branch. So having the purple already there to transition with is gonna be nice. There, now she's in that tree. She is grounded in that tree. I'm just going to do a little bit of that same purple on her dress right here because, again, the same type of light might be hitting it later. Oh, I see some more. That's another chrysanthemum down there. Right. Let's take a look at the incense burner. Very cool. Shall we glue it? It's ready. Let's glue that incense burner on. Yay, Geeky Girl Games, how's it going? Sarah says she may or may not get to paint tonight. Finished a painting project last night, but thinks that the wash the car and vacuum. You know, I don't know if you have a teenager yet or not, but I have an 18-year-old and she detailed my car for Mother's Day. It was awesome. Yeah, and Amberta needs to rip out a load of weeds. I'm allergic to weeds, but I really love gardening so much. It feels so good. So I have a rose bush and I've been cultivating it because it was extremely neglected. Whoever lived in the house before us, you know, didn't do anything for this rose bush for like 3 years. And when I guess it was really massively overgrown. See if I can slip this in here and get this carefully. Here we go. Ah, too much super glue. All right, I'm gonna hold this and then I'm gonna get my what's it called? The, this. Insta set. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to set otherwise. Hopefully I won't spill it. You have no kids, hence the car you have. Ha ha. That's good. All right, sweet. Look at that movement. That's perfect. Now we're gonna let that cure and dry and everything. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. Like that, so much. You guys like? Cool, she. And this is the direction that I'm kind of looking at her at, because if this is flat like this, see how she's leaning back? And once we put this on, which is going to be the next step, we'll glue in the bird. Okay, so we're going to take this off, and I just usually snap this off and then I try to scrape away any super glue residue that wasn't in place. Looks like I got most of it. That's why I like these little dowels. They adhere really well, but they don't have a ton of super glue, which is great. And we're just gonna go over that. Hide it with the blue and the purples. Ta-da! Gone. Oh, you had a Mustang. Nice. I never had a cool, like, super cool car. Well, I guess, no, I never did. The coolest car that I've had is my current car, which is a Kia Sportage, which I really love. I always wanted an SUV. All right, so I think we will dangle this back a little bit. This is going to be really tricky, so I'm just going to do this piece first. Eek. There we go. Now I'm gonna get that Insta set. Oh no. Peel off my finger. There we go. She's looking so cool. Yay, Hyoga, you're here for the stream. Been so busy with new house stuff. Haven't been able to stop by. Oh, I understand. That's the other thing. Hyoga, I have got a new house as well. And it's been so much fun to be fixing it up and doing stuff with it, making it hard to paint. You know, working on house stuff is its own sort of creativity. And what people don't understand about creativity is it's a well. It's a well, and it will go dry. So if you're, you know, using a whole bunch of energy, look at that, that's perfect. That balances it, doesn't it? Can you guys see that? See how that balances it? So now she, even though she's leaning back, it looks right. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I like how the little sparkles look now, a lot. Okay, we're gonna reinforce that with Bondic so it doesn't look weird. Hey, looks nice, good. A little Bondic right here to connect these spots. And then we'll paint that as well. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. I don't think I need too much up here. That bond looks good. Do a little bit right here. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. And I think just to smooth out this spot right there, put a little bit right on that part of the rope. Good. Now it's really reinforced too. I can't believe we're almost done with this. All right, now I will go ahead and snap this off, hopefully. There we go. You guys can see how she looks all together right there. I took off this bit. I need to start thinking about a base for her. She's getting closer and closer to being done. And I'm gonna go ahead and snap this off. See that? Oh my gosh, Hyoga, thank you so much for the subscribe. So awesome, look at that. Which Prime? You guys are really kicking butt at the subscribes. I have to tell you, every little bit helps my stream. And we are doing more and more cool things with, with getting a new computer and everything. It's gonna make, I mean, I got it because of you guys. So a huge thanks to everybody who has been helping me. Stunning work as always. Thank you, Luck God. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. I just like to fill those little gaps so it looks like it's really touching the tree because it didn't look like it touched. Let's do a little bit of the dark color over. So it looks like a drop shadow or something at least. There we go. Same thing over here. Cover up that Bondic shine. All right, that looks much better, much better. A little bit of cover over there too. What is that? A glue. Okay, so we gotta explain. Everybody, Bondic is life. Yes, Bondic is life. So Bondic is a product that I'm not sponsored by, but I absolutely freaking love. I got it at CVS one day when I was just looking for glues and adhesives and everything, and it was in the section with the office supplies right by the super glues. And I saw it and I was like, huh, I didn't know what it was, and it looked like it could be useful. I'm always on the lookout for anything that could be used for basing or anything. And I got it home, and it's a liquid plastic. And I'm going to demo here on these two dowel rods. It's a liquid plastic that can be used as a weld. It's not a glue, so the light has to be able to hit it. You can kind of put it where the light can still hit it, right there. And as it cures, it hardens instantly, and you can do so much stuff with it. Look at that. And then we can fill gaps with it. That's actually what I use it for. See, it's not a glue, but it will bond between things. So what I do is I use like a little bit of super glue to reinforce. Where's my super glue? Come on, there we go. Super glue to start. And then I might Bondic on the outside of it. It will kind of accelerate the super glue a little bit just because it is a liquid to start. Ow! Just burned myself a little bit because this gets really hot when it's curing. Right there, that's not a good idea. Anyway, so we fill gaps, we repair, most of the time I use it for, you know, helping to reinforce my super glue and to, you know, weld things together. It's a weld, that's what I would call it. And it's sandable, and it's paintable, and it's awesome, it's life. For big cracks, gaps, you need to apply several thin layers and cure each one separately. Yeah, that really, really helps. For anything big, you need to go slow and just do little bits at a time. Or have some kind of little bridge like this hole right here. See that hole? There we go, there's the hole. We could easily fill that with Bondic if it looks too weird. In fact, we may, because I don't see a reason why that bird would have a hole. Yeah, let's put this in and see. Okay, let's try to fill that hole with Bondic first. So this is how I'm going to start. And put some on the edges and then cure it. You got to see how this hole is going to get smaller and smaller as I put a little bit of Bondic on the edge here. It's already getting smaller. It is yellowy, so you could use it for lenses and things like that. Look at that, see? Last probably, there we go. Now the hole is filled with clear resin. We're gonna cure it. Yeah, it does get hot, so be careful. Don't have it next to your skin while you're trying to cure it. Cure both sides here. Now, it's ready to be painted. You get a little bit of purple and a little bit of blue. Need some more purple, I think, in there, because that's what we started with anyway. That's better. A bit of purple on the underside. There. I filled the hole. Now you guys saw that. That was like at least, you know, 2/8 of an inch. I don't know. Centimeter, maybe. It was a centimeter wide. I love Bondic. And it was like you get this and another one of these tubes of material for $20, and it comes with a little light on the end of it. It comes in a cool like little metal tin. You can get them on Amazon. If you go down below, scroll down, I have a profile down below, and it says Shoshie's favorites, and if you click on that, it shows all the things that I buy and use regularly in my stream, and you can get something for yourself, you know, buy something in there. There we go. Oh, I love that bird so much. All right, I'm gonna glue that in. It's still a little wet, so I'm gonna mute and then do the hair dryer, so give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. It is 3:30. It is time for a stretch break. 3:30, 2:30, 3:30. Yep, so everybody can get up. Oh, by the way, did you guys see my hair? This is the hair. I had a really bad hair day Monday, and I ended up fixing, thank God my Jufro fixed the hair, because it was really boring. She straightened it, and it didn't look good at all. All right, I'm gonna stretch my back. Oh my goodness. All right, this is me standing up. This is me sitting down. There's not much room. All right, give everybody a stretch. Yay, cat stretch. Give yourself a little hug. Stretch out your legs. All right, so, wait, what happened? Genuine Vision, thank you so much for the host. Guys, if you haven't followed Genuine Vision, give him a follow. He just reached 2,500 subscribers, or it's not subscribers, followers recently. So he's gonna be having a party this weekend, and hopefully we can all get a chance to watch him. So if you're not following him, you won't know about it. Go follow him and then make sure that you're getting the alerts, because he's a really fun painter to watch. All right, look, Jan, we're almost done with Funeral Witch. We just need to put this birdie in there and paint it, and then figure out some kind of base. It's kind of a really interesting composition on her own. It's a very circular composition, which I like. Probably need to adjust this out a little bit and hair dry it somehow, or maybe put a little rod, because I feel like I need to keep it circular like this. I haven't had such a circular composition before. Interesting. Funeral Witch is looking lush. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited. We were just showing off the Bondic a minute ago. Now we're showing off the Insecure. It's not exactly Insecure, but it's okay. Put this in there. Put the birdie into woods. Put the birdie in the nest. There we go. There. Make sure he's settled in there. Properly tipping the nest over. Oh, wait, you guys can't see. Sorry. There. Cam switch. Not sure if we all watch for him or for Sky. For those of you guys who haven't watched Jan or don't know about Sky, Sky is his dog, his puppy, which is such a sweetie. And a lot of people do. He has a cam. Specifically, the dog has his own cam. So he is the co-star. All right, so this bird is going to be a very big focal point, I'm thinking. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is get out my ivory, because I need to lighten. No, this ivory is gross. It is. Look at how dried out this is. You guys see the chunks? It's like cottage cheese down in there. I need a different one. This one might be better. Oh yeah, that's way better. Let's do this. This is Menoth White Highlight. It's a very pretty warm ivory. And it will be nice as my base for some of this OSL that I'm trying to do. Sky decided to climb into bed and on my head at 4 a.m. I'm just imagining that. That's hilarious. All right. I'm just adding my ivories in here so that I can figure out where my lights are going to be, and they're definitely, this bird needs to be kind of intense. He is some sort of phoenix, I believe. This is smoke coming off of him. And we'll go ahead and put more ivory on the back of his tail. She thinks it's her bed and we just warm it up for her. That's awesome. My poor kitty, I don't know if he was feeling sick or not, but he wasn't doing so well. So I had to wash him off because he was very dirty and poopy, basically. I think he ate something that didn't agree with him. And had to have you guys ever given a cat a bath? It's not a good time. That was most of my morning, was bathing the cat. Luckily, the new place has a really nice like shower head that you can take out of its, you can take it out. And then, so I was able to, you know, rinse him off, spray him down really well without too much fuss. And he did cry like I was killing him. Oh my gosh, he's such a baby. But he likes the blow dryer a lot, so he doesn't like how he looks when he's wet, but he did enjoy the blow dryer. Such a funny cat. Hopefully he will get better soon. He has figured out the latch to my studio. The door is not perfectly lined up. And so he's figuring out how to let himself downstairs. And so he'll come downstairs crying because he knows he's not supposed to be down here. And then I put a stool in front of the door and he just figured out how to move it aside like a booty head and get down here anyway. So that's my cat. He's way too smart for his own good. Way too needy. So some cats love water. Yeah, I think my cat doesn't mind it if it's warm. Once he gets used to it, he's like kind of into it. Okay, flipping this around a little bit. There we go. Like I said, once he's already wet, and as long as I keep it warm, he can tolerate it pretty well. The trick with cats is learn to bathe them when they are young. Learn to clip their claws when they're young. Everything, do it when they're young, and then they'll just be used to it, you know, and they won't give you as many problems. But if you kind of avoid that because you're worried about getting hurt, they're gonna hurt you when they get older. And then you're definitely not gonna wanna do it. And then everybody suffers. All right, shall I make this smoke match this smoke? I think it could be cool looking. All right, that's good, that's good. I think we've got nice color going on this birdie here. I think I'm gonna leave some of this. I'm gonna paint it anyway. Let's see what happens. I'll leave some of it shadowed and some of it light. This is only underpainting. This is not the color he's going to be. I want him to be bright, so that means the canvas underneath needs to be bright. I'm going to start with the new P3 ink. Jan, if you haven't gotten this ink, Blazing ink. It's a yellow ink and it's amazing for fire and OSL. And it looks really orange when you put it on the palette, but it's super yellow. It can be used to make your oranges look more orange as well. So I'm putting this on the bird. Begin. I feel like it needs to go from, oops, yeah, let's do that now that we already got some on there. Oh wait, I missed something funny. Your pup loves water and baths, and the other one is not a fan, but she likes the towel and treat party. Oh yeah. So I'm going over all of the original cream with this ink because the ink is pure pigment and it's also going to be intense, right? It's ink tense. Not focusing. There we go. Also seems to go into the little crevices really well, and I don't mind that at all. By the way, something else I noticed in this Han Solo movie, I did not think I would like Woody Harrelson in it at all. I have a big beef when I have well-known A-list actors in a film, because sometimes it will take me out of the film. It like breaks the fourth wall for me because all I see is that actor. And I really thought that Woody Harrelson was gonna be like that for me, but he wasn't. And I really, really liked his character a lot. I thought he was not terribly predictable, which was fun. And but you know what? If you've seen it once, you know that he's being predictable. But once in the beginning, you don't know. Yeah, lots of cool stuff with that character. So I was happy that Woody Harrelson's character was a good portrayal. Irish internet? How is Irish internet? I don't even know. Is it bad? Is it slow? Jan is going back to Ireland very soon, and so he's currently in Korea, and he'll be on Irish internet in the near future. Which I still think it's going to be good, because at least we'll be in a better time zone. I'll be able to watch you better. All right, we've got a yellow bird. It's very yellow now. All of this bits underneath him is going to be yellow and ivory. Okay. Okay. That yellow is really orange, whereas this yellow is not. So I'm going to do something here to try to even these up. And brighten the yellow in here. That's not bad. Here we go. Okay, so that's brighter now. We can always go back and forth with that if we need to, because we can. Now, little bits of red and orange need to be added. All right. Now, this is the part where you're gonna see me try to work on this OSL. I've got this ivory again. And I'm gonna paint it on as if it were sunlight. Right there. I'm not gonna go too far with it because look, this bird is, let's say this bird is made of light. So he's got a small aura of light around him that fades. And so we need to depict that fading as well. See if it's on this side. There's less on this side because the bird is facing more toward the front. And I can see it's over here a little bit. And then there is going to be some on some of these sticks. And you can see how dark the sticks are, so they will get really light the closer they are to the bird. I'm having trouble because this thing is getting a little bulky. Let's try it this way. See that? Now, a little bit up here. Put on the fingers as well. Now, I'm painting it white now, but it will have that ink on it, the yellow ink eventually here. This would be great with an airbrush. If you had an airbrush, you could kind of spotlight stuff. So we're not getting out the airbrush, so we're just getting out this brush and kind of over brushing spots that'll have lots of light areas. Now see the nest at the top of the nest is very close to the bird, so he gets a lot more white and a lot more brighter too. But you needed that really dark contrast up against it to feel the OSL. Super Sarah says, well, I'm gonna head home. I may not get home in time to catch the end of the stream, so happy painting. Thank you so much, Super Sarah. Bye, Sophia. Sophia's going to work. A little bit of this ivory. All right, now some of the yellow ink on top of these branches. See how it looks next to the dark color? Looks good. And actually, this part where it's yellow on top of purple, it should get almost kind of puce colored. It really shouldn't be a yellow, so we will go back over that. But for the other sticks, it will be way more yellow, and that's okay. We can always shift stuff if we need to. Like I said, I'm overbrushing a little bit. Marga, thank you so much for the follow. You're the first follower of the day. We have a new follower, everybody. Let's give some hype. SMURGA. Your name will be up here for the rest of the stream. Thank you so much. We're painting the Flower Witch today. And I'll make that more of a brown so that it'll have sort of that yellow glow, but it is also clearly a brown stick being warmed by yellow light. That was my thing that I forgot to mention here. And I might actually try some of this. This is bootstrap leather. I'm just going to mix a little bit of this yellow ink with it. To hopefully blend that in a little better, make it look more natural. It's looking very watery right now. I'm not buying that just yet. Right, well, let me put the hairdryer on that. Give me 1 second while I mute myself, and I will hairdry this. All right, that seems to look so much better when it's dry because it went matte, which is what I needed it to do. Was looking a little weird to me. Now it has a proper look to it to me. And I'm going to go ahead and use this bootstrap leather down here in some of the lower sticks as well, because I don't feel like some of these sticks are going to be hot white close to the farther away. Let that blend in a little bit more too. Yay, you guys are doing such a great job helping me hype my followers. All right, see how that looks more natural now with the browns in there? Because I needed that little transition color. I'm going to put a little bit of brown on the birdie too, actually. Give him some shadow. More bootstrap leather. Hi, Evanston. Thank you so much for the cheer. I'm off cam. I'm off cam because there we go. Thank you for the cheer. I'm glad you guys pointed that out. I get forgetful, and especially without the new, without the alerts, I can't hear anything either, so it stinks. I'm actually painting and talking to myself with zero music. It's so hard, guys. I think I'm able to concentrate a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just feathering that out because I do want it to be more of a brown color underneath his wings. That will help transition into the hotter oranges and reds, I think. Yeah. All right, let's go look at this middle. Now, I'm gonna so this is the tricky part here. I need an orange. I'm gonna go with, actually I'm gonna go with Heartfire from P3. A really pretty kind of yellow color. The transition. See that? I don't think you can see that real well on cam, but it looks really good. And P3's blend like a dream. Gotta get some more of that on his wings. All right, now this is where I get out a smaller brush and we get out more orangey colors. This is Kato Red Highlight. It's a very orangey color. You have a noisy alert that for your mods when they need your attention. It makes you jump. Well, Jan, my husband just got a new monitor and it doesn't have any speakers. So what I'm hearing, anything I hear comes through his headphones way across the room, and I don't have any way of getting his headphones over to this side. So we will work something out, but for now it's a little bit in a frustrating mode because it is harder to hear you guys. Hey, Proto Maker. So Proto Maker, this is the first stream without you, without any music or anything. I didn't have any kind of inspirational music to listen to while I'm doing this, but we've been doing a good job without it, I think. And the cam is a little bit blurry. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can focus it. Let me try something here. Hold on. It just feels really soft. Mike doesn't like it when I mess with the settings, but I am very picky. Right there. That feels better. Has the list gone out for the paint along? No, it has not. I will send out all the people who did send me, like basically got the models for the paint along from me, will be getting that list. And if I don't have you on that list, then you need to email me. You can whisper me and I can give you my email address. So that way I can give that out. So otherwise you might not get it. There we go. Yeah, don't worry. I haven't done it yet because I have had other things going on. I've been finally catching up on back due all of my commissions that were overdue from the move are finally caught up, and that was kind of nerve-wracking, and now I'm finally in a place where I can do the list, and I just haven't gotten a chance yet. So don't worry though, somebody reminds me about it every stream, and I will do it. Whether I do another one or not depends on how much of difficulty this first one is, though, so we'll see. There's some yellow to try to transition that a little bit better. I'm just going to have loads of yellows and oranges, and then and I'll go ahead and add reds in a minute here as well. I want this to be a proper Firebird. Hi, Shaolin Wolf, you're not too late. We've got about a half an hour left. And don't worry, anybody, you need to send me your email address if you did not order a bust from me, because otherwise I won't have a way to get it to you. Go ahead and do that. I'll send everybody a copy of my privacy policy, which I do not keep email addresses around for any other purpose other than using them for the purpose that you want me to use them, because I won't be putting you on any kind of spam list or anything like that, so don't worry about that. Oh, that looks really good. Can you guys, I can't see that too well, but here we go. Relix says, at some point I want to move over to scale, and I want to move away from Citadel. When thin, Citadels often get too watery, too much break in pigment. So Grelix, what I recommend for breaks in pigments is get yourself some Lamia Medium. What is basically happening to you is the Lamia Medium, oh no, my battery is running low on my PC. That's probably why. Give me 1 second, guys. I think it came unplugged. I'm gonna check. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Now it makes sense why my battery died the other day, or this afternoon, because it was unplugged. So anyway, what I was saying was a little bit of that Lamia Medium will help so much. All right, so I need that hard fire some more, because I realized that this orange is kind of chalky on me. I need to go back in. But yeah, so what it's doing is the medium and the pigment is separating. And if you have a little bit more medium when you're thinning it, it will help so much. This brush is really small. Here we go. It's also a third collection, the War Colors collections. Yeah, if you want to use that 15% off code they've got going right now at Scale 75 for the Europeans, this is a good time to use it. I recommend. It kind of looks like a crow, like a yellow crow that's on fire. Pretty cool though. feel like this needs some kind of orange in there. Yeah, that's what it needed. There's, I don't know, these little baubles on the inside of her hair, and they have light in them. There you go. At least that's the idea I have in my head. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go back with my ivory again. Try to see if I can highlight some of this yellow up a little bit. It'll look more hot if there's little bits of white in it. Well, it will read as white even though it's ivory. Okay, now for the red, I'm going to take a little bit of, good, the code is what you ended up using. I don't know if my code will work in Europe, but you can, I mean, you can always try it and ask them, tell them, you know, that you got it for scale 75 US. I don't know. I don't think it'll work. I'm pretty sure it'll only work in US because they're the only ones I have to deal with. All right, here's the red. I'm just going to poke this into spots that have that really dark red there. This is, by the way, this is Sunset, Evil Sunset Scarlet, which is a really, really beautiful red. And it blends really nice too. This brush is way too small for what I'm trying to do. Let me try another brush. All right, here's a brush. It's a Winsor Newton Zero. It's got more bristles than the other one did. Much better. And like I said, I'm trying to poke it into the darkest crevices, leaving some of that darkness that's already there. Lovely. Just making it up as I go along. Still reading more as yellow than it is red, which is what I want because I want it to look fiery. Pixel Cruncher says, I picked up a nice bust that I want to start painting and was wondering if priming in olive drab would be functionally similar to basing in green like you do for your skin tones. I prime with the olive. In fact, Stynylrez makes an olive green primer that saves me a ton of time. So I would say go for it because it works super well. Do a little bit of this yellow over the red. Not quite what I wanted, but let's do more red. Yeah. All right, so this is the back. This is where I'm wanting, I'm not sure what I want on this yet. I'm gonna just play and see what happens. Do a glaze of this red. Maybe. I feel like I almost need an ink, but the red, I can thin it out too. Ooh, kind of like that. All right, now I'm going to take this red, just go in between my shadows. On each one of these little feathers. Do some glazing. I feel like I need some purples in here too. So big contrast. Yes, look at that purple, pretty. Next to yellow, purple looks like almost a brownish. It's the reddish purple though, it's not just any old purple. See? What happens if we do this? I did purple on the tail feathers. I'm not 100% on it yet. So all this over here, I like. That looks like fire to me. I'm not 100% if it's where I'm going. I feel like I need more contrast, so I'm gonna stick some purple down in here. And some of that reddish purple in here too. Ooh, that's really pretty. Definitely got my contrast back. Now more red again. Yes. Now real red. Let me know if I need to look at chat. Some folks talk down about Army Painter rattle cans, but for like $11 a can, it can work perfectly, and I've never had any issues. Oh, that's good. I've not tried Army Painter, and you know, sometimes it's can be hard to get any kind of primer. If you don't have an airbrush and you need primer, a rattle can is going to be your best friend. Before I started using airbrush, I had to use rattle cans, and it does take a lot longer, my goodness. But all right, so this is orange right here. There we go. I'm going to highlight up yellow on the ends of these tail feathers. I'm kind of not sure what I'm doing exactly by wiping that off, because I didn't like that. You make a mistake, make it look like you did it on purpose. I like how his breast is really dark, and then the top of him is more fiery. And then we're gonna go back here with this smoke plume and make it real dark again. I think he needs a little bit of OSL right here on her arm. It's not obvious enough, so we need a little bit of ivory to lighten things up. here too. That's too much. Smooth it out. A little bit more of this yellow over the ivory. I've already got yellow on her face. You can't, it's starting to look integrated now. I think we need some on her knee, is just a little bit, a hint. But for now, ooh, big cat here. On both my brush. Did my music end? It is no, we're getting close though. Happy accidents sound like a toddler just pooped itself and won't stop laughing about it. Oh yeah, that's a great way to describe it. Happy accidents. A little bit of this yellow OSL again. Making more definite choices here. Yeah, that's much better. We've got definitely a purple and yellow color story going on. And her arm needs to be blended like crazy. Blend, 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 blend. Okay. So we've got the knee. There. Need a few more spots on the tree trunk where obvious lighting is happening here. Let's go back to that brown, this brown right here. Add a little yellow to it. Much better. You guys, I'm painting sloppy, but it's because I feel like I need to get my idea down. Otherwise, like I feel like I can clean it up in a little bit, but if I don't get my idea down, it won't come out right. Interesting. All right, let's put this out to the peanut gallery, you guys. What do you think? Let's talk about if this is working. I think it is. Looks good on camera, but I think, like I said, we need to finish quite a bit off stream. Smoke's gonna have some OSL of its own, even though it's gonna have a lot of cool stuff on it too. More red purple toward the center of the smoke. Party Wolf says, I think it's working. It's looking awesome to me. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Put some reds back here. More red. That works for me. We did red under the bird armpit. Is that a thing? The wing pit? There we go. Now I'm going to do some highlighting with this ivory on spots. This is little bits of highlight. He's got a lot of texture on him that I don't want to lose. I need to go back in and rescue it. And I think by keeping the brights will make him look more like fire. A little bit of yellow over here. A little bit of orange. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this tree because it dried all chalky on me. And we need some of this red purple. I'm telling you, purple and yellow are one of the hardest complementary color schemes. All complementary color schemes are hard, but I think purple and yellow specifically because they can get so kind of puce in the middle there. And that's always a non-harmonious color to use. There we go. See, that's the puce that I'm talking about. It does look warm though. It looks like we warmed brown. And she still seems like she is in the moonlight. And I'm questioning whether or not I want this over here to be gold again, or if I want to go back to silver, because that silver around her face is really cool because it is actually acting as a frame around her face. I might just keep it actually. Not sure. All right, it is time to look for somebody to host. You guys, I will be back Wednesday. I will be back Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. No, Monday. I told you I said it today it doesn't feel like a Friday at all. It feels like a Monday. I will be back on Monday, the real Monday, from same time as today, from 2:30 to 4:30 GMT -5. Yeah, I know, it's Friday, accept it. Keep the silver on her, ditch the gold. I think so too. We're gonna ditch that gold. I think that's a good choice. Put more silver bits kind of leading back up to her face. Yeah, all right. Let's look for somebody to host. Studio J7 is on, Sanjin is on. We haven't hosted Sanjin in a long time. I don't know how much longer he's gonna be on. Well, he's playing a video game, so we're not gonna host that. I would like to see if anybody is in creative, just in creative doing something cool. Sometimes it's nice to post somebody who is not a video gamer or a miniature painter. Wait. Miniature painter Luke. Here's a guy I haven't seen before. Hopefully he's a good chap. He's painting Shadespire bases. He's pretty quiet. He's only got a few people watching him. But yeah, let's do Shadespire or Miniature Painter Luke. I'm gonna raid him, and any of you guys posting in the raid will copy and paste Mad Love from Shoshie's Minis. That's what we like to raid people with. So here's what you're gonna copy and paste. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that, Jan. I like to host cool people. Raid, miniature, painter, Luke. I think that's right. Nope, invalid. I gotta get a different name. Hold on one second. Doop 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 doop. I think I spelled it wrong. Mini Painter Luke. Got it. All right. Raid. Here we go. All right, guys. Have a great week. See you on Monday and a great weekend. All right. Have a good one.
Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes.